The anticipation is palpable as the San Francisco 49ers hold their breath, hoping for the return of defensive end Nick Bosa, whose recovery from a devastating ACL injury could be the game changer this team desperately needs. Fans, where are you watching from today? Let's hear your thoughts on Bosa's impending comeback and what it could mean for our defense. Bosa, the star pass rusher who suffered a season-ending injury in Week 3 of the 2025 season, is optimistic about his recovery, and the 49ers share that optimism. Reports indicate that he is on track to be ready for training camp, setting the stage for an electrifying start to the 2026 season. This is crucial because last season, the 49ers defense struggled to apply consistent pressure on opposing quarterbacks, particularly after Bosa was sidelined. As organized team activities, OTAs, kick off, it's important to note that while Bosa is not yet participating in drills, he is making significant strides in his recovery. "I'm pretty far along," he stated, emphasizing the need to take things slow. It's a cautious approach, especially after the early season injury last year. Bosa recognizes the importance of laying a solid foundation for what should be a long and grueling season ahead. This marks Bosa's second ACL injury since entering the NFL and the third overall in his career, with his previous one occurring during the 2020 season. Each recovery journey has its own set of challenges, and Bosa is acutely aware of that. "It's different every time," he remarked, acknowledging the mental and physical hurdles he faces. The road is long and daunting, but he remains focused on daily improvements. Prior to his injury-shortened season, Bosa had amassed an impressive 53.5 sacks over 4 seasons, an incredible feat highlighted by an NFL-leading 18.5 sacks in 2022. His experience with previous injuries has undoubtedly equipped him with the mental fortitude to navigate this latest setback. "I kind of have references to go back and look at," Bosa said, illustrating how his past experiences inform his current mindset. The emotional roller coaster of recovery is not lost on him. Early on, he felt the frustration and despair of not being able to contribute to a defense that was performing well. "You start out wanting to quit and never play again," he admitted, yet ultimately, his love for the game reignited his determination to return. Bosa's resilience shines through as he confidently states he's never doubted his ability to get back to his former self. For the 49ers, a fully healthy Nick Bosa could be the catalyst needed to revitalize the pass rush that fell short in the previous season. His return would not only bolster the defense, but also serve as a rallying point for the entire team. With Bosa on the field, the 49ers can regain that formidable edge, striking fear into the hearts of opposing offenses. As we keep our eyes on Bosa's recovery, the implications for the upcoming season are immense. The potential for a revitalized pass rush is a tantalizing prospect for fans looking to see their team reclaim its status as a powerhouse in the league. The question now remains, can Bosa maintain this positive trajectory and return to the elite form we all know he is capable of? Moving on to our next topic, let's dive into the latest developments surrounding the 49ers roster and any potential trades that could shake things up. The offseason is always rife with speculation, and this year is no different.
As the 49ers navigate the complexities of their linebacker roster, the spotlight shines on the strong side linebacker position, where competition is heating up. Head coach Kyle Shanahan has indicated an open race, suggesting that while Luke Gifford has the edge from last season's performance, there are others who could certainly challenge for that spot. It's clear that the strong side linebacker doesn't see a ton of action in this 49ers defensive scheme, primarily because of the frequent use of nickel formations where a slot cornerback takes precedence over a third linebacker. Nonetheless, Gifford's 172 snaps last season show that there are still opportunities to make an impact. With Raheem Morris stepping in as the defensive coordinator, we can expect a more versatile approach to linebacker usage compared to the previous regime under Robert Saleh. This could very well mean that the strong side linebacker role might see upwards of 200 snaps this year, creating more competition and excitement around who will claim that spot. Looking at the depth chart, Tatum Bethune, who served as the backup middle linebacker behind Fred Warner last year, is likely to maintain that role. His experience with play calling and the green dot helmet gives him an edge in that position. Garrett Wallow, who filled in at the weak side spot when D. Winters was sidelined, is expected to slide back and compete for a role behind Dre Greenlaw this season. This leaves Jaden as a notable competitor for Gifford, and his profile fits the bill. Duggar is not just big and strong, he's also athletic, but there's a rawness to his game that needs refinement. Being a strong side linebacker means he'll be asked to play closer to the line of scrimmage, engaging in blitzing and run defense, where size and strength are paramount. Last season, Gifford's snap distribution, 120 run snaps to 52 pass downs, illustrates the demands of the position, and it seems Duggar's skill set aligns well with what's required. However, the reality for Duggar is that he must outshine Gifford to see the field as a rookie. The downside is that the role is not a major one, which could lead the 49ers to consider sneaking him onto the practice squad if he falls short in this competition. Meanwhile, Jalen Graham is positioned as the third option at strong side linebacker, adding another layer to the mix and keeping the competition fierce. It's in these battles that the heart of the 49ers roster will be tested. Fans, where are you watching from? What are your thoughts on the linebacker competition? Engaging in these discussions is crucial as we keep an eye on how this plays out in training camp. The 49ers are clearly focused on building depth and versatility, and this linebacker competition is just one element of a larger strategy aimed at securing success. We're gearing up for the next segment, where we'll dive deeper into the implications of these positional battles and what it could mean for the 49ers' overall defensive strategy this season. As we dive deeper into the complexities of the San Francisco 49ers roster decisions, one name that's been making waves lately is Demarcus Robinson. There's a strong possibility that the 49ers might part ways with this 10-year veteran. While it's true that letting him go won't yield any immediate cap savings, the shifting landscape of the wide receiver room raises serious questions about his future with the team. Where are you watching from, 49ers fans? Make sure to share your thoughts on Robinson's situation in the comments below. Now, let's unpack the wide receiver depth chart, because this is where things get interesting. The 49ers have made significant moves by adding talents like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk, and Dazon Stribling this offseason. While Kirk might not be a guaranteed lock, it's hard to imagine him not having a firm spot on the roster given the investment the team has made. He's not just a player, he's part of a strategic plan to enhance the receiving core. Then we have Ricky Pearsall, who, despite his injury history, is still a former first-round pick and only in his third NFL season. The 49ers aren't ready to cut ties with him just yet. His potential is too valuable, even if he hasn't shown it consistently on the field. This brings us back to Robinson, who seems to be battling for what might only be a fifth spot on the depth chart. But don't count out Jordan Watkins. He's a former draft pick from last year, and while injuries limited his impact, he showed flashes of promise. He's likely to be a favorite for that fifth receiver role, which puts Robinson in a precarious position. The competition doesn't stop there. Jacob Cowing and Junior Bergen are also in the mix, boasting special teams experience and return capabilities, which is exactly what the team needs at the back end of the roster. The reality is stark for Robinson. His lack of overall value is glaring. The numbers don't lie, and his 276 receiving yards last season were the lowest since 2021 and the third worst of his entire career. This is particularly concerning for a team that was in dire need of receiving help. In fact, the 49ers brought in Kendrick Bourne midseason, and he managed to outproduce Robinson, who had been part of the team for months prior. At 32 years old, Robinson is facing an uphill battle. His production has dwindled, and he's not contributing in the essential areas that could justify a spot on the roster. The financial implications are significant, too. If the 49ers decide to release him, they would incur $3.8 million in dead cap. However, they'd only be on the hook for about $866,867 this year, with the bulk of the dead cap hitting in 2027. Ultimately, the 49ers could save $1.84 million this season, a tempting prospect for a team looking to optimize its roster. As we wrap up this discussion, it's clear that tough choices loom ahead for the 49ers. The decisions they make regarding Robinson could set the tone for their upcoming season. Will they choose to cut ties with a veteran who has seen better days, or will they give him one last chance to prove himself? The clock is ticking, and the anticipation builds. What do you think, 49ers faithful? Will Robinson remain a part of the roster, or is it time for the 49ers to move on? Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you want to keep up with all the latest news and rumors about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe. Your support is crucial as we navigate this thrilling offseason together.